So this, I think, hope you're having amazing time at home. Work from home is going good, and also it's a very rainy and gloomy day. We'll have some gyan at the same time. So I think we can learn together, and that would be wonderful to learn something new. And always, I think ALCAT has always been something learning new, and it inspired for the whole life. So I'm sure this also is going to be something memorable and also something to take away. So I just have a request, because this topic today, as we said, the best blog writing techniques. Okay, so how do we begin writing blogging? So this particular session is completely for beginners, like whoever don't have any idea on blogging or how to write a blog, what makes it looks like a blog. Okay, so whenever you write something, what make it looks like a blog, so those things you'll be learning today. And at any point of time, so if you guys have any kind of doubt or clarification, please drop me a message, or I don't think so I can see message you drop. You can just interrupt me and like let me know the doubt, I can clarify. Okay, so as I said, this is basic, very basic, and it is for very beginners. Okay, and hope we are all in the same phase to learn something new. Okay, so yeah, so I not made any index, so I said, like, let's, something is interesting inside, so let's just directly get into the topic. Okay, so what you guys think, like, what is this blog is? Okay, so blog is nothing but an online journal. So it is a piece of information. Okay, so it always be a fact and combination of fact and thoughts. Okay, so it's about your perspective. Okay, it need not to be always like 100% right, but of course at the same time we can't give a wrong information to people. But you are thinking about something which you are interested in, and you are putting that in your perspective. Okay, with the validated fact. Okay, so that's something we call it as a blog. Obviously, when we consider blog, when it goes on the internet, okay, when it is updated on a website or a online portal or things like that, where that information is available online, so that is called it's like nothing but an online paper, online journal. Okay. So other thing is, so this is something what the information that we want to spread on the world. So and also at the same time, the blog is nothing but the niche that you are very, very interested in. Okay, so that's something which you are researched on, something which you know, which you are expertised in. Okay, so that is called a blog. Okay, hope that is clear. Okay, so first phase, I think it is very important to know what we are going to get out of writing blog. Okay, so I made it into two parts. Okay, so because as we are all thinking of writing some blog for which can be updated on the Alter website and things like that, so I've just divided into two parts. Okay, so what is the benefit before doing anything? I am the person who thinks about what do I get from doing it. Okay, so what is that I am going to gain out of it? So let me just put some lights across it, so that we know what is the benefit of writing a blog. Okay, so it is nothing but it improves your content generation skill. As we are all working in a digital agency, digital marketing agency, the first skill that we have to learn or do something is we should be able to generate some sort of content. It might be video, it might be image, it might be content, it might be blog. Okay, so blog is going to help you improve your content generation skill. So that will help you the quality of the content that we generate. So as and then you write more and more content, that definitely helps you. So and also like some extra research, some more proficiency in the topic. So what happens is, so when you write something as a blog, okay, when you want to write on some topic, you definitely is going to do aggressive research on that, some market research, some study that you're going to do. You will get better at that topic. Okay, so that's a very good advantage. Okay, other one is like it is a very good portfolio. So when you put out something in your name and that you had written it, so you are making an impression to the world that you are expertise in that field, and it is nothing but you are building your own portfolio. Okay, so wherein at one point of time people will start recognizing you, and people will think that you know about this particular topic and you are the master on this. Okay. And also profile growth as a subject matter expert, as I said, as in then you build content around the niche. Okay, let me say I'm a digital marketing expert, so when I write more than 50 blogs or 100 blogs related to digital marketing, obviously that makes me a leader on that industry, or like that make me an expert in that industry. At least that gives an impression to the people that this guy knows something about this industry. So that's nothing but indirect way of saying people that you are the master on this field. Okay. And also it is a developing habit of writing, so that is very important. So writing is a very unique skill, and also anyone can develop it. Okay, so when I started writing my blog, I was horrible in English, and I was not knowing what to write and what to put on. Okay, and whenever I write something on my own language, my own perspective, people started liking it, and there are a lot of positive comments I had got, and I had got some personal growth from that. So that is where I started. Okay, so it helps developing the skill of habit of writing actually. So that's a very good thing. Okay, so what is this company gets? What are the Alter gets out of it? Okay, so obviously there will be more content generated on the website. Okay, and there will be, company becomes when lot of expertise, when lot of like-minded people have started working together. That is what is called company, if you ask me. Okay, so when we show our expertise over the net, so this is the best way to showing our expertise on the net. Okay, when people will start recognizing. Okay, so definitely that the more content you generate, the more quality of the content which goes on the website. So excuse me. So it gives Google gives the credit to that, and also it ranks on the Google, and like a lot of technical stuff which will help people to recognize company. Okay, so obviously we are all participating as Alter when we are writing the blog, and that's a good portfolio for company too. Okay, and also it helps us attracts more talents and more clients. Okay, so to give an example, how Neil Patel built his entire career and entire, like he's an industry leader, probably is worth some $1 million. Okay, so the basic thing that he started is writing some blogs, started teaching people. Okay, Digital Deepak, same thing. They all started their day once with content generation. Okay, that is what made them reach over there. Okay, that's where we see them as an industry leader, expert, subject matter expert. So that is what made them. Okay, so this is the benefit that you're going to get. Okay, so and we are in the right path if we are making that habit of writing. Okay, and a lot of people have this doubt of, okay, where do we start? Okay, so like it's not like Reena or me will ask you to write a blog for a month and okay, I do something for the sake of it. No, so it is, as you guys know, that this is something is beneficial. Okay, something which is definitely helping you as well as people working together. Okay, and as a company, I mean to say. Okay, so now where do we start? Okay, so there are 5 steps that I thought of. Okay, select a topic. Okay, let me blog is not something which you, okay, so now you decided to write and it is going to happen just now. Okay, so what you have to do is just select a topic. Okay, something I was always reading about, let's say Google Keyword Planner, or how do I make it efficient, or things like that, how it can help like end customer. Let's say a person who is just writing blog, so how do I help them by doing some keyword research and things like that? What's the best way of doing, best practice, something, a value addition topic which always you think of. Okay, where you think, okay, you know something on this on this phase which you can like teach people, or you can spread the word to the people. Okay, so that's the kind of topic you have to select. When you select the topic, don't think, okay, so like you have to visualize the whole picture of the blog and then you select the topic. No, you know a little bit about it, and you know this is the direction that you can take to write that on that particular topic, then go for it. Okay, let's select that. Okay, then we have to finalize the rough title. Okay, and each of these points which I am telling now, it have a detailed explanation as to how do we create it, how do we like systematically implement it. Okay, so finalize the rough title. title. Okay, so that title is very important. So the title involves a lot of factors, like that involves some keywords and jazz like that. So this title plays a major role. Okay, I will explain what is this, how can we what is the best practice of choosing a title. I will let you know on that. Okay, then we have to create the baseline or outer point, base pointer for writing a blog. Okay, we just put a rough point across. Okay, then clear objective in mind. Okay, this is something very important. Lot of people don't know whom they are writing to or why they have to write the topic, the blog on that particular topic. Okay, so it is very important that who is that I am trying to communicate this blog to. Okay, so am I communicating to a talent, or people who wanted to learn about the topic, or for a businessman to help his business, or showcase your expertise some way. Okay, it should be beneficial for the other person who is reading, okay, in some way. So make that objective very clear in your mind. Okay, so that is very important. What is the end goal you want to achieve out of it? Okay, it is not just you know something and you put it out. No, I think you should also be clear about whom that is going to help. Okay, whom's life that is going to impact by reading this blog. Okay, so that's the objective when I say objective. Okay, and look for the keywords, and if you don't know how to find the keywords, that is completely fine. Okay, that I will give you a basic idea in the same session. Okay, but still, if you don't know how to do it, you can consult the expertise in the company. Okay, where they can help you. See, boss, this is my topic. What you think the title, keywords can be. Okay, it is very important to have the keyword, because see, it is not just writing the blog and putting out. So people should recognize it. People should read it. For that, people should it should be reaching to people. So only way to make a better reach on the Google is trying to rank that particular blog that you wrote on a particular keyword. Okay, for that we need to have this kind of basic thing. Right now you don't need to worry much about the keywords and just like that. So unless and until you make a habit of writing, I think that is important. So when we have that habit of writing, so obviously these kind of thoughts will come to your mind. Okay, so that's the next level. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now, as I said, first step is selecting a topic. Okay, what are the things that you need to, minute things that you need to take care when you select a topic. Okay, so first thing is, don't think too much here. Okay, so as I said, you don't need to visualize the complete blog when you are selecting the blog, selecting the topic itself. Okay, it is humanly not possible. Most of the time, whenever I write the blog, the topic, I start with something, and whenever at the end of the time, my whole topic might change. Okay, so when I keep thinking a lot about try to visualize the complete blog when I'm selecting the face of topic itself, so probably I might not go further only. Okay, so because it is not humanly possible to visualize the entire blog when you're selecting the topic. Okay, so think about the topic that you're interested in, which you feel you have some knowledge to share. This is very important. Okay, so when you're writing the blog or selecting a topic, okay, you have to be first of all interested in it. So that will give you an perspective. Okay, you need to be able to create some perspective around it. You know something about it, and obviously you have to do some more research around that, and get some idea from there, inspiration from other people also, and put it together in a nice format. But you need to have some interest in the topic. Okay, just for the sake of writing, don't write it. Okay, and also a detailed research about the topic. So let me say one topic that I wanted to write blog today, saying how green tea extracts can make you lose weight. Okay, that's something, the topic I thought of. Okay, I just put it on the Google, the same topic, and I can see thousands of people wrote on the same topic. And do you want to be on that particular crowd again, or we want to do something separately which which can help people, like something on your perspective, something unique. Try to find something unique, but I'm not saying it should be completely unique. Okay, but don't write the same topic again. Okay, people already made that effort of teaching people why it is that way, and you try to do something better than that, or something different than that, or at least the perspective can be different from what other people are writing. So it is important that we do some research, so that we are not we are not trying to say the same thing to the word again. Something in a different way we'll put it out. Okay, so that is on the selecting topic bit. Okay, And then finalizing the rough title. So this, as I said, check the exact title on the Google. Okay, what I do is just go to Google, and whatever the title, the base title that I selected in the first phase, I'm just going to put on the Google and see whether a lot of people are doing it, or the exact title what I thought is already there. Okay, and whatever the outline that I thought of when I'm thinking of that particular title. Okay, so that particular outline, the particular content flow is already there on the Google, or someone already wrote that. So let's not make that effort. I mean, let's not go further with the topic. So we should go back finding something little unique than that, something in a different perspective. Okay, also see if you can tweak the same topic and put it in your perspective instead of changing everything. If it is like not exactly the same perspective of yours which is there already on the Google. Okay, so too many blogs on the same topic or idea, it is too generic. So let's think of something else. So let's not make it very generic, very like duplication kind of thing. Okay, so and here the finalizing the rough title is something will make it catchy, because this is nothing but you are reading a newspaper, guys. Okay, so you are on the crowd, and like you are opening the Udayavani newspaper or Times of India newspaper, and the title which makes you read the entire article. That is the entire psychology works even in the blogs as well. So if your title is very catchy and attentive, so that is when people go and read the entire blog. So this title makes plays a major role. So we need to have that very attractive. Okay, and then so let's scratch our head on a little. So this is a point where we visualize the complete blog here. Okay, so create outline or the base pointer. So this is very important. Okay, so what is the biggest mistake that we do is we are trying to put everything together in one place and trying to grammatically fit in the first line itself, and and half of the time when we reach the half of the article, we don't know what next to write. Okay, what is the conclusion to give, or we might forget sometime, like what is the topic that I want to go for. This is the problem which everyone faces. Even I also faced it. So the best way to come out of it is, so take a rough word file and dump everything which is there in your head in a point by point. So you just make pointers that you wanted to discuss on the blog. Okay, just the base pointers. Okay, just the, like, let's say you think of it like, for example, you're writing a blog on how green tea can help you lose the body weight. So you're going to talk about what is green tea, and you're going to talk about why green tea, what are the components of green tea which helps lose the weight, why it is important to lose the weight. You want to talk about that, and where people can go and get the best green tea, and you want to give some suggestion on the different brands of green tea, and then the conclusion you have to give some pointers on that. So these are the rough points that you want to dump on the word file. So you know for the fact now what is the topic is going to be, that is fixed. Okay, then you also become clear on what are the pointers that you want to discuss on, what are the main subheadings is going to be. Okay, so also let's go to some internet. As we all know, like we go to internet and steal some information, some here and there, like we say, like we take some references, inspirations. Yeah, we are smart like that. Okay, so let's take some content from here and there. So it need not to be 100% original, or you have to do some research on getting a topic right, or blog right. No, not required. You can take from some other people also, but it is important that you make that in your perspective. You put that in your perspective. So this base pointer outlines are very important when you start writing a blog. So this will give a complete picture of how the blog flow is going to be, what are the topic that you're going to talk about. Okay, so another important factor here is, what is a good blog structure. When I, as a SEO guy, when I look into a blog, what are the main structure I look for, or what do I say ideal blog structure is. Okay, so obviously a blog should have a very good title. Okay, so that title should be very straightforward, catchy the same time, and it have some keywords in it, these things like that. So this very good title is important, and also a strong intro line. Okay, the curator. So first 2 to 3 lines which decides the life of your blog reader, or the lifetime of the blog reading, or we call it as in a technical term, the bounce rate. Okay, so people who came, or the time spent on the blog. Okay, I'm sorry about that, not bounce rate, time spent on the blog. So the first two lines, that is a curator that creates the curiosity, that should give the outline of what is the entire blog is going to be. Or as I mentioned, I think when I started the presentation, I just mentioned you what is that you guys is going to get by writing blog. Okay, that is exactly the curator. Now you are interested, okay, how do I make it work? Okay, so that is the curator. That's the first short intro line. So that where we are going to give what is that they are going to get. So you might have seen some of the video guys are doing the videos and all. So where they say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to earn 1 million crore in 10 days. Something like that they put. Okay, very exhaustive, but yeah, so something they start with that. Okay, they show you a path, they show you a vision to read that particular entire blog. So this intro line should not be more than 3 to 4 lines. Okay, in the short summary, you should give what is exactly that you're going to talk about, the benefit that we are going to get out of it. Okay, and the starter, definitely you should give some like I mentioned it as masala papad. Okay, let's put it that way, because this is something which don't directly jump into the too technical or something core of your topic. So you give some starter content to it, so some base materials to it, some background, some history, okay, things like that. So that is very important. And also a body copy. So body copy where we say show some smartness here. This is where you are going to present your entire blog body or the subject, okay, in detail. Okay, so I will tell you how to make that titles, what are the components the title should have, that body copy should have. So that also I will explain in the next slides. Okay, so the body copy should be strong. Then let's conclude with the call to action. Okay, so the conclusion should be very important. I think everyone in the school time wrote essay, dude. Like it's something very similar to it, and your teacher is to say you should have a nice title, you should have a introduction, some body and some conclusion, things like that. Something very similar that we follow on the blog too. Okay, so set up your environment. So I think now that we know what is important, okay, and what are the components involved in that. Okay, now we are clear on what we have to do. Okay, now let's get into how we have to do. Okay, what are the execution materials required? Okay, one, a Google Doc file. So why I say Google Doc file? Because it is very easy to check grammar and things like that. So I always prefer a Google Doc file or a Word file on the Google rather than your Microsoft Word. Okay, because it is very easy to manage and things like that. Nothing against Evernote or things like that. You can also use Evernote or Grammarly for that factor, or some online tools where you can write the blogs and SEO writing and all things like that. That very too much of distraction there, I think, the SEO tools, because they keep on telling you where you are doing wrong before you write. Okay, so for the starter, I prefer go for Google Doc or Evernote. Okay, that something helps. Okay, also Grammarly enabled. Make sure the Grammarly is enabled, because like basic grammar mistakes and all that help you fix. Okay, so keep your mobile and distractions away. So this is very important, because otherwise for me, this is my thought. Okay, when there are too much of distraction, I can't put my exact thought on the blog. Okay, that's a distraction. So next, also you made the base pointers doc file, you put it aside. So that is very important. That is a kind of a direction points, okay, that we have to write our blog. And let's see some keywords if it is available. Okay, I will give you a basic structure of how to find the keyword also in the next slides. Okay, see, this is what I searched in the Google. So I put the exact particular keyword, the title on this one. Why important to have green tea for weight loss? Okay, so I do see there are some other topics what people are these are nothing but Google suggestions, or we consider this the base keyword. These keywords definitely have good searches. Okay, so these are the long tail and very good keywords there. So you can take these things only. Okay, so to start with, okay, I'm not going to suggest you go for some tools and things like that. This is very basic Google search. So you just go to the Google, put the topic across, come to the end, okay, search related to why important, like green tea for weight loss, I mean your topic, so it will show some key pointers too. So that can be a very basic keywords too, okay. The other one is when you start writing the topic itself, Google itself suggests a few of the topics what people are looking. So that means these are the keywords which people are looking for, okay. This information is being searched by people, so it is important that we write any topic which people are looking at or something very potential in the market, okay. So these are the basic, this you can note it down. This also can be a very good keywords, or these are the terms that we can involve in our blog, okay, which helps Google to find out that you are talking about this topic. Eventually it will end up ranking on the Google, okay. And now we have all the stuffs ready. So now we have keywords and we have documents and we have base pointers and all those things ready. Now we have to rock on, okay. So now that all the stuffs are ready, so now we have let's get started. So what are the things that you have to keep in mind when you're writing a blog is, so follow the structure, okay. When I say structure, I said the introduction, the nice title, introduction, body copy, and like curator and title, okay. So not that. So one second, I'll repeat it. A good title, okay, and the introduction, and the masala papad, or like a basic baseline, okay, so or a introduction thing, or a curator and introduction, okay, and the body copy and the conclusion, okay, and the call to action. So these things we have to follow. Keep that in mind, okay. Don't write anything and everything which comes to your mind. So think about the structure that I had suggested. That makes a blog great, okay. And also brief on the base pointers. So now you have the base pointers next to you, so put that in this structure, okay, and put a brief across to it, okay. Like start elaborating that particular concept in a more broader way where people can understand what you're trying to say, okay. Then read after writing blog completely. This is a mistake that normally people do, okay. So they write like one sentence or probably one paragraph, then they go back and read everything, and then again they correct it, they end up spending a lot of blog. At the end, the blog is going to be shit, okay. So because there's so much of corrections happening. So when you are writing the first draft, keep on writing. You don't think about what I wrote in the last. So because you are the base pointers are ready, and you know for the fact what structure the blog is going to be. So like there is no point in you going back and asking for, hey, so like did I wrote right, or things like that. So you don't need to worry about it. Write everything. Finish that structure one shot. Then you go back and read. Okay, that I will tell. Okay, don't go back until finish the one stretch till the end. Okay, don't go back. Okay, and after you completed one first draft or one stretch, okay, then you read 2 to 3 times and make the edit. So there will be sometime the connectivity problems will come. So first paragraph that you wrote doesn't really connect to the second paragraph, things like that. So it is important that you read it at least 2 to 3 times, make the enough edits that you wanted, make sure it is sounding right. Your thoughts which you thought of, putting on the blog is coming out correctly. Okay, all those things are being taken care of. Okay, it is very important that we follow this. Like this worked well for me. Okay, I'm not sure it is going to work well for everyone, but yeah, this is what worked well for me. Yeah, and yeah, something more also is there. Okay, it is very important you write the blog as you talk. Okay, so we don't need to write a literature. We are not submitting a IEEE paper here. So it is very important that it is conversational. You are trying to see how I'm talking, the same way you can just put it across. You can address someone, okay, and keep the English simple, okay, readable with pointers and example. This is very important, okay. When you are writing something, don't concentrate on using big words, which is complicating for people to understand. So obviously, in India, I think probably people who can speak and understand good English is probably 30% or something like that. I'm not sure about the statistics, but very less people. It is better we go for a very simple English, and readability is important. Make sure you use enough number of pointers. Okay, don't use the heavy paragraphs which is looking this big. Okay, that distracts the people from reading, or they don't feel it is interesting to read. As much as possible, use the pointers. Okay, and also go for examples. Okay, so have, create enough examples, give enough examples on each of the topic, so examples will make people clear on the thought and the perspective that you have. Okay, and also include supporting videos or the images, whichever you think it is something very related to it, so that creates a kind of a connectivity. Okay, and it keeps people engaging. Okay, so something that is very important. Okay, and also keep it entertaining. Okay, so people love jokes, so whenever you make some bad jokes, people love it, and it makes them attract towards the content that you read, that makes them read more. Okay, so and also use proper heading and subheadings. This is very important. Technically speaking, Google values the blogs which have lot of heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, not lot, 1 heading 1, okay, and 2 to 3 heading 2 and heading 3. Okay, so when you write the this one in the blog, you can choose the headings, heading titles properly. Okay, so see if you can use those terms or the keywords that I suggested, which is there in the blog, those headings as well. Okay, and lot of examples and facts, so that is something very important. And no beating around bush. So a lot of people say, like stress on the topic and write again, and like a huge mess that is going to be creating. Okay, so don't use heavy paragraphs and things like that. So that makes the blog heavy, that makes it looks heavy. It might not make the heavy, but it looks heavy to the people. That may not make the blog, users engaged with the blog. Okay, so now, yeah, so some serious stuffs. Yeah, mera farz banta hai as a techie, I have to say these things. Okay, what the technicalities that you have to keep in your mind. Okay, when you are developing some content. Okay, so minimum 600 words and maximum 2000 words. Okay, this is something, is a SEO standard blog should contain. Okay, it is keep changing eventually, but right now you can take this as a standard. Okay, 600 words to 2000 words is something which you can have. Okay, if it is like, people do write more than 2000 3000 words also, so the longer the blog is fine, but thing is, the blog should have that kind of the capacity to hold back people till they read the entire this one. So usually people don't spend more than 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to read a blog. So we have to make sure that we convey the topic in a crisp and nice manner and engage it with the people. Okay, and well followed structure, that is what makes technically also it's strong. Okay, so Google also appreciate it, and technical side also will be appreciating that. Okay, and not too much out of the topic. So don't go start from India and go to America and come back. So don't do that. Okay, be on the topic. Okay, and also appropriate headings and pointers. Make use of the pointers as much as possible, and use the appropriate headers along with the keywords that I told you how to search for the keywords, right? So trying to use those kind of pointers on this one, and call to action is needed. So it is important to tell people what they have to do after reading that blog. Okay, it is very important that we included the call to action, and try with some keywords and heading in the title. So these are the basic things that you need to take care in the technical side of it. I'm not going too technical in the side of interlinking is required, that this snippet, all those things I'm not talking about. See, this is basically, and everyone and anyone can follow this technical stuff. Okay, and yeah, so now something ask now, please. If you have any doubt, I think I actually finished all the conceptual things. Okay, if you have any doubt, please go for it. Okay, and that's a thank you after that. So this is your round. Okay, question and answer. Was I audible? Okay.